Hi, you're in Smoothe Studios, and you're rocking with Letter Juice.
Said I guess sometimes it goes like that, and I'm smoking cause something to do, and I ain't with you, yeah. Said I guess sometimes it goes.
Cause I keep that shit smooth. I don't know, like, you know, like it's gotta be proper, it's gotta be done. Like there's times when people are in the booth and they're like, I have to do that a little smoother. Can you smoothen that out a little bit? And I was like, yeah, I can smooth that up, you know. I was working with this one guy and he'd always do this, you know, can you just put that effect on? He would go like this and like that. Like, can you do a little bit of that? And I was like, yeah, I can do a little bit of that, you know? Started with a couple little photo shoots. One thing led to another, and here we are, you know what I mean? So, but if you know me, you know me. So the most challenging aspect that I have with producing is trying to like connect the artist's tonal balance of their voice and to fit that inside the instrumental. It all depends if I'm like mixing against like a single track, like a wave or an MP3, or if the artist comes like prepared with like stems.
The spring when I met you, the grass was green, the sky was blue.
My favorite genres would have to be pop, hip-hop, R&B, and electronic music. I have like a great appreciation for all those genres, and I work with enough artists that like whenever I'm like feeling a type of way or whatever, like there's a certain artist that will be able to connect with one of those genres. So every time I run a studio session, it's always like a vibe. A few producers that inspire me are Cash Money AP, Murder Beats, and 40. The biggest hit to date is probably Rihanna's track, Never Ending. If it's a hit, go listen to it. So I play a little piano and I also play on the drum machine. Sometimes I start off with concepts that go from the piano to the drum machine and I like flip up the samples. I use the Ableton Push 2 and an Ovation Launchpad. And usually I vibe out with an artist when I'm creating the beat and try to connect their voice to the instrument.
Yeah. I never cry over no nigga, but inside I'd be so hurt. Told you I love you, see I figured. Broke my heart and you have no words. How could you lie to my face?
So I didn't go to school for music production, but I knew Fanshawe students back in the music industry program. I would sit in their lectures and I would learn slowly, and then applying it to other people that I was working with at the time. And that's how I gained a lot of my knowledge. My favorite software, well, I'd start off with my DAW, Digital Audio Workstation, is Ableton. I use Ableton for everything from making beats to tracking vocals to mixing to mastering. My favorite plugins would have to be pretty much everything UAD, also FabFilter, anything that's FabFilter, UAD. Favorite synthesizer of choice would have to be Serum. So some advice that I would give to new producers is sacrifice. You have to sacrifice time and a lot of things you might not want to sacrifice, but I can guarantee you in the end it will be worth it.
Meet me the back of the parking lot. 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 Any nigga want talk, yeah they talk a lot. Niggas want talk, yeah they talk a lot. And I went for some cause finna be hot.
So as a producer, I have an appreciation for multiple genres of music, and I also work with many artists who do different genres of music. So every single day somebody comes in with a different style, a different mood, different type of energy. And usually once we get going, it's like, it's just a vibe, you know? So my plans as a producer going into the future is to keep doing exactly what I'm doing because I believe what I'm doing is working for me now and I keep growing at an ever constant rate. So I do plan on expanding even more and even more. I'm trying to build up a savings so I can expand my business even further. I want to have other people work for me in the future. Building solid relationships with people is like the key to success. Staying connected and always staying motivated.
You can walk away, I don't need you anymore. Bitch, don't try to love me, I don't need a little whore. I've been feeling love with stuff, I can't do this anymore. Yeah.
What do I have that other studios don't? Authenticity. I provide a flat rate per track, so there's no stress. I provide ample time for a track to be fully recorded. I like trying to extract the best out of the artist and the best that they can actually be. I want them to feel like good about the music that they actually made and the experience that they had in the studio. So when they leave, they know that they're confident they left with like the best track they could have possibly gotten. Having a producer that actually cares about your like happiness and the quality of your music. When you make a track, you want it to be appreciated by like a lot of different people, and you want it to sound the best it possibly can. So I encourage for the best type of performance on the microphone as possible, because capturing the highest quality recordings and getting the best performance from the microphone is the key success to actually having a professional sounding track. If an artist is comfortable in the booth and they don't have any overhead pressure on themselves, we are going to be able to capture the best version of that song possible. So when you're looking for a producer, you're probably looking for somebody who has experience with a lot of different people's voices, a lot of experience with different genres, because a lot of music nowadays blends different types of genres of music together. I do have experience in a lot of the stuff that's on like the top 40 type of like rap, pop, electronic, R&B. That's pretty much solely what I work with. So what I try to do is I bring artists' ideas and their vision and actually come to reality on a track that they are satisfied with, that has the quality and it's up to their standards with other tracks that are on like the top 40.
Yeah, it takes a certain type of person to realize they can't be perfect, but I swear to you I'm worth it. I just differently been hurting.
So second to the artist, the most important piece in the studio is how you're capturing that audio. And that starts off with the Sphere L22 microphone. It's a mic modeling microphone that I actually hook up into my UAD Apollo X6 interface. I track everything into Ableton Live. I also use a TC electronic loudness meter to make sure everything's leveled appropriately. I try to gain stage everything to like a dime. Oh, fuck this guy. So getting the best possible recordings is down to efficiency as well. That's the most important part. So what I like to do is I like to comp vocals and keep going and piece the song together as I go. And this Samsung 49-inch super ultra wide screen really helps me see the entire timeline and piece together everything as I go. And it improves efficiency, and the more efficient that the recording and the session goes, the more likely that the tracks can be better. So for keyboards, I use a Novation 49SL MK3. It's fully integrated into Ableton. For the controller surface, I use an Ableton Push 2 and a Novation Launchpad. Those things are mainly used for when I'm creating beats on the drum pad, creating different rhythms and patterns and that sort of stuff. So for headphones, I'm using the AKG Q701s. I have 2 backup microphones. I have a Rode NTK tube condenser microphone, and I also have a Sennheiser MK4 solid state microphone. The main microphone is the Sphere L22.
Yeah, I ain't tryna be improper. Shawty, she ain't even on the roster. Take her down real smooth like she vodka. The way she move, you would think she an imposter. I'm sorry, baby, I ain't tryna be improper. There you go, they ain't gotta know.
I obviously prefer mixing with the monitors, but however, sometimes I like to mix music as clients are in the studio, because as clients are coming into the studio, I'm like a firm believer in like, I want you to leave with something that's pretty well mixed. When I have artists here, I mix within my headphones. That's not like ideal, but when the client leaves and it's later in the night, I usually mix and finish everything else off on the pair of studio monitors I have here. So you can find me on Instagram at Smoothie Music Studio, the E silent, Smooth Music. This has been Smooth Music, rocking with Letter Juice. Thanks for watching. So like I feel like I have to redo that whole thing, you know? All right, so as you can see over here, look, it's getting hot in here. It's getting fucking hot. Am I red as hell? Because I'm hot as fuck. Looking good, looking good.